Hello, my name is Jasmine, and I'm the teen librarian at the Lamont Public Library District. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few new teen fiction, nonfiction, and graphic novels for the month of December that you'll be able to find here at the library. At the end, I will also be telling you about teen programs we are offering this winter and service hour opportunities that you might be interested in. Let's get started. Lumara by Melissa Landers. The answers lie within. Boarding school student Thalia Morris has no idea her boyfriend Nathaniel is a mystic, let alone second in line to the throne of a secretive, aspirational, magical community. One no mortal has ever been allowed to step inside, until now. Nathaniel's cousin is about to be married in the biggest wedding the magical world has ever seen, and Nathaniel is allowed to bring a date. Thalia is the lucky recipient of the golden ticket every mystic wannabe in the world would kill for. Only she doesn't want it. Thalia thinks mystic worship unnecessarily commends people for being born a certain way. When she finds out Nathaniel is one of them, she almost jumps ship. But Nathaniel loves her, and she loves him. So when he begs her to give her his family and the community a shot, she reluctantly agrees. In this captivating YA fantasy, Thalia must solve a multi-generational mystery and break a curse, all the while being torn between making her family proud and regaining the trust of the boy she loves. Reader likes include Seventh Born by Monica Sands and Hex You by PC Cast. Acting the Part by Z.R. Elor. Queer actor Lily Ashton has found fame playing lesbian warrior Megantha on the hit TV show Galaxy Spark. Lily knows how little representation queer girls have, so when the showrunners reveal that Morgantha's on-screen love interest, Alietta, is going to be killed off, Lily orchestrates an elaborate fake dating scheme with the standoffish actress who plays her, to generate press and ensure a happy ending for the Morganetta ship. But while playing a dotting girlfriend on and off screen, Lily struggles with whether word like girl applies to them all, and whether being their authentic self will undermine all the progress they've worked so hard to achieve. Reader likes include And They Lived by Stephen Salvatore and All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. Heartbreak Boys by Simon James Green. A road trip rom-com about heartbreak, social media hijinks, and learning to be happy with who you are. Perfect for fans of Heartstopper, Becky Albanese, and Phil Stamper. When their ex-boyfriends get together and start Instagramming a disgustingly perfect summer of love, Jack and Nate decide to concoct a mutual Insta-worthy summer adventure of their own to prove that they're just fine and everything's great. Of course, it's hard to have an epic summer road trip when they're stuck in a van with Nate's midlife crisis-bound parents and his annoying younger sister. And it's been years since Jack and Nate have said more than a few sentences to each other. But their followers don't have to know any of that. How hard could faking the high life be? Posting as the Heartbreak Boys, the duo stumbles into one hilarious situation after another, and each discovers that maybe the cure for heartbreak has been the boy riding next to him all along. A Million to One by Abdiba Jaridar. Josepha is an unapologetic and charismatic thief who loves the thrill of the chase. She has her eye on her biggest mark yet, the RMS Titanic, the most luxurious ship in the world, but she isn't interested in stealing from the wealthy first-class passengers on board. No, she's out for the ultimate prize, the Rubaiyat, a one-of-a-kind book encrusted with gems that's worth millions. Josepha can't score it alone, so she enlists a team of girls with unique talents. Haina, a daring acrobat and contourist. Violet, an actress and expert dissembler. Emily, an artist who can replicate any drawing by hand. They couldn't be more different, and yet they have the one very important thing in common. Their lives depend on breaking into the vault and capturing the Rubaiyat. But careless mistakes, old grudges, and new romance threaten to jeopardize everything they've worked for and put them in incredible danger when tragedy strikes. While the odds of pulling off the heist are slim, the odds of survival are even slimmer. Perfect for stands of Stalking Jack the Ripper and Girl in the Blue Coat, this high-seas heist from the authors of Henna Wars is an immense, immersive story that makes readers forget one important detail. The ship sinks. No Accident by Laura Bates. No matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will always come out. When a small plane crash ends with a group of 7 teens washed up on a desert island, their first thought is survival. With supplies dwindling and the fear of being stranded forever becoming more of a reality, they quickly discover that being the most popular kid in high school doesn't help when you're fighting to stay alive. And when strange and terrifying accidents start to occur all around them, the group realizes that they are being targeted by someone who was on the plane, and that the island isn't their only danger. A terrible secret from a party the night before the flight has followed them ashore, and it's clear that someone is looking for justice. Now survival depends on facing the truth about that party. Who was hurt that night, and who let it happen? Reader likes include Dry by Neal Shusterman and At the End of Everything by Mariak Ijemk. The Poison Season by Mara Rutherford. Lilo has spent her entire life in Enla, coexisting with a bloodthirsty forest and respecting the poisonous lake that protects her island from outsiders who seek to destroy it. But as much as Lilo cares for her community, she struggles to accept that her younger brother will be exiled by his next birthday, unless he grants the magic of enchanted song so vital to Enla. When Lilo sees a young outsider on the verge of drowning in the lake, she knows exactly what she's supposed to do. But in a moment, that will change for everything. Lilo betrays her family, her best friend, and Enla by making an unthinkable choice. Discovery could lead to devastation, consequences for both Lilo and the outsider, Jaren. But as they grow closer, Lilo realizes that not all danger comes from beyond the lake, and they can only survive if Lilo is willing to question the very fabric of her society, her people, and herself. Reader likes include Blood, Metal, and Bone by Lindsay Cummings and Cage of Crowns by Brianna Jo Crump. The Media and Me, A Guide to Critical Media Literacy for Young People by Ben Boynton. During the recent presidential election, media literacy became a buzzword that signified the threat media manipulation posed to democratic processes. Meanwhile, statistical research has shown that 8 to 18-year-olds pack more than 11 hours with more form of media into each day by media multitasking. Young people are not only eager and interested to learn about and discuss the realities of media ownership, production, and distribution, they also deserve to understand differential power structures and how media influences our culture. The Media and Me provides readers with the tools and perspectives to be empowered and autonomous media users. This book explores critical inquiry skills to help young people form a multi-generational comprehension of what they read and watch, opportunities to see others like them making change, and insight into their own identity projects by covering topics like storytelling, building arguments, and recognizing fallacies, surveillance and digital gatekeeping, advertising and consumerism, and global social problems through a critical media literacy lens. This book will help students evolve from passive consumers of media to engaging critics and creators. Reader likes include True or False by Cindy L. Otis, and Thank You for Coming to My TED Talk by Chris Anderson. Funny Creek by Raphael Albuquerque and Raphael Sacvone. Lily is a smart girl in the 1980s who falls into her favorite cartoon, The Funny Creek Show. But this joyful experience will soon become dramatic when her cartoon hero, the Sheriff Clumsy, shows himself in a darker light than she expected. Read-alikes include Zatanna by Elise Arden and Neverlanders by Tom Taylor. Seasons of the Bruja, Volume 1 by Aaron Duran and Sarah Soler. From a young age, Arthalalia knew she would someday be the last of her kind, a Bruja, tasked with keeping the power and stories of the ancient ways from fading fully into history. Never alone, Arthalia works in a paranormal museum with her friends, a real-life chupacabra, and a mere coyote, while living with and caring for a beloved abuela. Through these powerful connections, her skills and knowledge grow. But the prejudice her people have always faced continues, and after a seemingly random encounter with a priest, Arthalia feels the weight of hundreds of years of religious oppression coming down upon her and her abuela. She must realize her destiny and grow into it quickly if she is to prevent the church from achieving its ultimate goal, destroying the last Bruja. Read-alikes include Hollow by Shannon Waters and Hungry Ghost by Victoria Ying. Super Trash Clash by Edgar Camacho. It's an age-old story. For her birthday, Duel wanted the hottest new video game, but her mom accidentally bought her Super Trash Clash, one of the worst games ever made. But years later, when an older Duel finds a cartridge in a vintage store, memories come flooding back. Simpler times when she could disappear into electronic worlds or spend hours battling with friends and enemies, and the love and sacrifices that bound her family together. Read-alikes include Good Game Well Played by Rachel Smith and Galaxy by Jazia Axelrod. This holiday season for tween and teen programs, we are offering Teen Volunteer Squad meetings, D&D, Artful Afternoons, Teen Take-and-Makes, Teen Treat Your Shelf, and Harry Potter Escape Room. We are also doing 100 books before graduation, where you read 100 books before graduating. Log them to your Beanstack account and win prizes on the way to 100. For service hours, we have our At Your Service program, Teen Volunteer Squad meetings, Character Pen Pals letter writing program, where you can come in to write letters to children as your favorite characters. We also have book reviews and advanced reader book reviews, where you get to keep the title after reviewing it. If you would like any more information about programs or service hour opportunities, you can contact me at jwilson@lamontlibrary.org. Thank you and have a great day.